Welcome to this video, exploring the remarkable story of the Peckover sisters and their pivotal role in sponsoring the Esperanto Bible. We will examine their lives, faith, and the intellectual landscape that shaped this historic project. Priscilla Hannah and Algerinę Peckover were two English Quakers from Wisbech. This video explores why these two sisters dedicated themselves to supporting the creation of the full Bible in the international language, Esperanto. The sisters came from a wealthy and influential banking family. Their deep roots in Quakerism defined their values, leading them to dedicate their significant fortune to philanthropy and international social causes. Priscilla Peckover was a brilliant polyglot, fluent in 16 languages. She believed in a philosophy where language leads to mutual understanding, which in turn fosters global peace, a core motivation for her engagement with Esperanto. Their commitment to the Bible was an extension of their Quaker faith. This faith emphasized internal integrity, social service, education, and a borderless pacifism, all of which were key to their decision to support the Esperanto Bible. Priscilla was also an active peace activist, working with the Peace Society and promoting international arbitration. Her dedication was recognized by 4 nominations for the Nobel Peace Prize between 1903 and 1913. For the Peckover sisters, Esperanto was more than a language. It was a tool for peace. By offering a neutral means of communication, it could transcend languages, nations, and borders, aligning perfectly with their lifelong goals. The Bible was a fundamental text for Quakers. Supporting its translation into Esperanto combined the sisters' commitment to education, their belief in a common international language, and their desire for universal accessibility to sacred texts. It is important to note that the Esperanto Bible Project existed before the sisters' involvement. L.L. Zamenhof had been working on translating Hebrew scriptures into Esperanto for years, completing the Hebrew Bible by 1915. Zamenhof translated these texts based on the scholarly resources available in his time, including 19th-century printed editions of the Masoretic text. These were the standard tools for scholars before the later discovery of the Qumran scrolls. While Zamenhof described his work as being from the original Hebrew, we must interpret this through the lens of 19th-century philology. He did not have access to the ancient manuscripts discovered decades later at Qumran. The final product, Londona Biblio, was not merely a direct print of Zamenhof's manuscript. It underwent a complex process of revision and editorial review by a British committee before reaching its published form. Furthermore, the Londona Biblio was a collaborative effort. While the Hebrew scriptures were based on Zamenhof's work, the New Testament was a separate, earlier translation by the British Esperanto Committee, later consolidated with the Old Testament. Beyond the translation itself, the project required significant funding for scholarly review, editorial work, and professional printing. This was where the Peckover sisters' financial contributions became crucial to turning the vision into a reality. Ultimately, the Peckover sisters chose to fund this project because it perfectly aligned their faith, pacifism, love of linguistics, and philanthropy. Their support created the path for the Londona Biblio to reach the world. Let's clarify a common misconception. It is often believed that the Peckover sisters paid Zamenhof directly for his translation work. This is incorrect. Zamenhof had already been working on his monumental translation of the Bible independently, well before the sisters provided their financial support. Instead of paying for the translation itself, the Peckover sisters provided the crucial funding for the complex publishing process. Their generous support enabled the long and costly journey of bringing a finished manuscript to the printing press. Their funding covered essential tasks, such as professional editorial review of the text, meticulous proofreading to ensure stylistic consistency, and the expensive professional typesetting and printing required for a complete, unified volume. To understand the scale of this contribution, the Peckover sisters provided approximately $10,000 in the 1920s. Adjusting for inflation, this would be equivalent to about $180,000 today, representing a massive investment for that era. This substantial financial backing was a turning point. It didn't just pay for paper and ink. It allowed the finished Esperanto Bible to be offered to Esperantists globally at a very accessible and low price, ensuring its widespread distribution. The resulting publication, known as the Londona Biblio, was released in 1926 in cooperation with the British and Foreign Bible Society. It stood as a culmination of years of editorial and linguistic efforts by many contributors. The Londona Biblio consisted of Zamenhof's Hebrew scriptures, which were carefully revised, alongside the New Testament, which had been translated separately by a dedicated group of British Esperantists. Combining these two major translations into one book created the first complete Protestant Bible in Esperanto. It was a monumental achievement and a major milestone for the entire international Esperanto-speaking community. Why, then, is it so important to remember these two women? While history often highlights the visionary creators of movements, like Zamenhof, great ideas require quiet heroes behind the scenes to survive. For an international language to take root, a founder's vision is not enough. Success depends on editors, organizers, institutions, and dedicated patrons who are willing to take the financial risks to make the work a reality. Priscilla and Algerinę Peckover belong to this crucial circle of, quote, doers. Through their dedication and capital, they bridged the gap between lofty, idealistic dreams and the material reality of the Esperanto movement. Priscilla Peckover herself remains a figure of unique depth. She combined polyglot linguistic skills, a devout Quaker faith, and an unwavering commitment to world peace with her significant role as a generous philanthropist. Her legacy is best summarized by her lifelong pursuit of peace. Her efforts were so significant that she received 4 separate nominations for the Nobel Peace Prize, reflecting her stature in the global movement. The story of the Peckover sisters reminds us that the history of a language is not just about its creators. It is also the story of the people who provided the foundations, ensuring that important works could reach their intended readers. In the end, Priscilla and Algerinę Peckover did not translate the Bible themselves, but they made it possible. Their story remains an inspiring example of how diverse interests, faith, peace, and language can converge to achieve a common goal. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the Peckover sisters and their enduring contribution to history. Their commitment continues to inspire those who see the power of language as a bridge for global understanding and peace.